Um, Good morning, parents, once again, and welcome to today's Parents Orientation Program. Congratulations that you have made a right choice by selecting EuroKids at right time for your child. EuroKids, the early preschool childhood education expert, has a legacy of 21 plus years, having presence in 3 countries and more than 1,200 preschools in 350 cities. We have touched lives of more than 5 lakh students so far. We very strongly believe that 0 to 6 years is a age group where the children require a lot of exposure. This is the time when the child's brain is developing rapidly, where the child is learning to make a lot of connections in brain, which helps the child in building character, having emotional social connect with the world, understanding self, and then growing in a responsible person. 0 to 6 years, a crucial time span for every child, wherein we make sure that when the child is with us during this 0 to 6 years, the child is getting appropriate curriculum and appropriate exposure to develop further. A 360-degree development or all-round development is what the child requires right from the time the child takes an admission. When it comes to the child's 360-degree development, we make sure that we are concentrating on child's communication skills, growing a healthy body, nurturing creativity, building brain power, developing lasting life skills, social and emotional skills through our curriculum and our day-to-day activities. We make sure that every child who's a part of the EuroKids family is safe with us. We make sure that we follow the 6-point safety. We all understand that as a parents, you must be having a lot of questions when it comes to the child's safety. Each school, each fun room, every area that the child accesses at the school is under CCTV surveillance. We make sure that we have all the guidelines that are in place, the schools, the teams, the teachers, everybody is trained to follow these guidelines. We make sure all our schools undergo this 360-degree safety certification observation and audits. And only after the observations and audits, the school is given a safe school certificate to make sure that every child, every person who enters the school is safe within the premises. We verify every team member, the teaching, non-teaching staff, the support staff, the drivers, every person associated with the school is always verified, trained, and gone through the thorough background check. We make sure that our emergency drills, mock drills are conducted on a regular basis to equip everybody at the school level to manage any situation. We believe in engagement beyond classroom. Children are with us for 3 to 4 hours, but their constant learning is an ongoing process. And to engage this beyond classroom engagement, we have access provided to all our parents and children to high quality Home Buddy app. We very much understand the requirement of yours as a parent to understand what the child is learning, how is the child learning, what is that the child does in school, how do you need to engage the child constructively after the child comes back home, what is right for the child, what is age appropriate for the child, how much exposure can we give the child to the technology when it comes to technology. Should I give an exposure to the child when it comes to technology, or should I avoid it this? All of this questions of yours are answered when it comes to HomeBuddy app. HomeBuddy app is a complete solution for you wherein it comes to continuation of child's learning journey beyond school hours. Let's watch a small video on HomeBuddy app. So it's a complete guidance provided to you through HomeBuddy app. You have recorded videos which are recorded by our expert teachers. You can see how the teachers are teaching the children. You can understand how each topic is explained to the child. You get to see what worksheets the child has completed at school on any given day. If the child has missed the school for any reason, what is that the child has missed? All of this you can access on HomeBuddy app. HomeBuddy app has been appreciated by a lot of our parents who have been using the HomeBuddy app regularly.
Let's understand a little about our curriculum. So EuroKids' belief is to stimulate the child's imagination by providing them opportunities to grow and develop while playing, listening, reading, and writing. So Eunoia is the mindful curriculum we have. It is inspired by a child-first ideology where the innocent and beautiful mind of a child is at the center of everything we do here at EuroKids. So our activities nurture the mind of the child, keep it healthy, and we ensure it is well balanced as well. So the mindfulness curriculum aims to enhance the mind, the body, the soul of a child and transform them into evolved and balanced human beings. Let's see our journey into a holistic development. When we say a holistic development, we mean it is an all-round development for the child. So under mind, we have euphonics, we have math lab, and we have scientific spark. So under euphonics, this is a language program provided a strong vocabulary foundation using letters and sounds of the alphabet, and that is how children are taught the language. Now under math, here children are made to understand mathematical concepts with hands-on experiences, activities, concrete objects, and they learn through repeated experiences. Now, when we talk about Scientific Spark, this program focuses on understanding the scientific world based on observations. They investigate, they predict what is going to happen, they see the evidence, and they reason out as to why this is happening. So it is a lot of observations that they're doing in a Scientific Spark. Now, when we move to body, we have EuroFit and we have EuroKids. So EuroFit is a fitness program designed by a certified trainers to develop your child's motor skills, muscle strength, mind to muscle connection, and also build love for fitness at a very young age. Now for EuroKids, we introduce yoga to help kids use their body in a healthy way through breathing, meditation, and bring awareness of their body. When we move to Soul, we have Mindful Plus activities and we have Euro Music. Now, Euro Music, this program includes a lot of music videos, fun activities to help the children develop and practice skills for the social and emotional development, and also language and literacy is developed through Euro Music. When we talk of Mindful Plus activities, this program aims to help children become self-aware while focusing on the present, helps them to manage their emotions, develop self-regulation, and improve their concentration. We use different methodologies to teach the children. So we use mindful learning, we use paced learning, and we also use blended learning. So these are the different methodologies we use. So the child becomes more aware through blended learning, enabled through spaced learning, and empowered through mindful learning. So what is blended learning? So blended learning is a blend of active and passive learning. It is an approach to provide a combination of different learning experience to the children. All children learn in different ways. So it's a combination of a teacher directed and child oriented activities. It includes individual activities, small group activities, or even large group activities, and it balances both physical and virtual activities. When we talk of spaced learning, this revolves around reflection, reinforcement of learning. So each input is separated by an interval in which the children do a completely different activity. It's mostly a physical activity. So the interval helps the child in connecting with new information and what they already know about. So it's a key role for a longer retention of memory. So in spaced learning, we use a lot of games, activities to enforce the learning. It leaves them plenty of time to process the learning. It enhances their memory and active recall. It also improves their educational outcomes. Now, when we talk of mindful learning, this builds resilience for giving children skills to help them cope better with stress, as well as engage more fully with themselves and the world around. So children naturally possess it, but it's more readily available to them when we help them practice this mindfulness on a daily basis. So it also promotes skills like focus, cognitive control, self-regulation, and patience during early childhood. So this is the different types of methodologies we use here at EuroKids. Now let's understand a little about assessment, how we assess our children at EuroKids. So this is a process of gathering information about a child's learning based on learning outcome and the skill developed while being a part of the activities. So these assessments are ongoing assessments which are continuous and comprehensive. So teachers observe all areas of development. It includes cognitive, your language and literacy, your social and emotional skills, physical development, your creative development. So these are all observed on a regular basis. It also provides a record of the growth and development of each child. So we're keeping a record of that. It helps in identifying a child who may need additional support as well. So assessments can reinforce the effectiveness of teaching and the learning process. So this is how our assessments are done at EuroKids. Let's see what is the academic year ahead for all our programs. So we will start off with the playgroup class. We all know your children are coming, taking those small little baby steps and coming to us. We will ensure we will foster all their individual learning and child development at every stage. We give them a lot of hands-on discovery and exploration, and that is how the children are taught at the playgroup class. So the program coverage for playgroup. So children will be learning the basic shapes, which would include circle, square, triangle, and rectangle. And when it comes to colors, the children learn the primary colors, which is red, blue, yellow, and green. In language and literacy, children will be able to identify letters with an object. So that is at the playgroup class. And scientific thinking, children learn all about themselves. They're exploring about themselves. So they learn about me, they learn about my home, my school, the basic fruits and vegetables, the community helpers they see on a regular basis. And when it comes to math, they learn to identify the numbers from 1 to 9. So this is the program coverage for the playgroup class. So what is the learning outcome the children see or rather develop when they do the math and language in our playgroup class? They learn to recognize and name the objects. It is a number, they know the recognition of number. They will learn the sequencing. They will learn recognizing and naming familiar pictures. They learn identifying and name the uppercase alphabets at the playgroup class. So this is the learning and outcome for the math and language at the playgroup. When we move to scientific thinking, they begin to understand the cause and effect of a relationship. They understand small incidents, they report it, they see the surroundings around them. When it comes to the social and emotional skills, children begin to collaborate with their peers. They learn to make one friend, they learn to share, they learn to engage and play with the children from their class, with their peers. When we move into nursery, the children use their pre-reading skills now. They are developing their pre-writing, pre-reading, the social skills. So they get into the monthly themes. There are themes that we have for all the programs. There are weekly topics. So they also move into exploring and learning in a fun and creative way. The program coverage for the nursery class would include some more colors apart from what they've learned at the playgroup. They introduce more colors, which would be orange, black, white, and pink. In shapes, they introduce to some more shapes like diamond, oval, star, and heart. Under language, children will be able to identify the letters, and now at the nursery class, they recognize the phonic sounds and associate with objects and the action for each of these alphabets. They begin to learn additional concepts, simple concepts like what is open, what is close, big, what is a big ball, what is a small ball. They learn in and out, what is wet and dry, up and down. So they learn these additional concepts. Under math, they learn identifying numbers by counting objects. So if you give a child a number 5, the child should identify the number and know that 5 objects make 5. So they're identifying the numbers by counting objects. Now in scientific thinking at playgroup, they've learned all about themselves. Now they're moving a little ahead and learning about my family. They learn about transport. They learn about vegetables, fruits, birds, animals, flowers, and insects, and the different seasons they would learn at the nursery class. The learning outcome for the math and language at the nursery. Now children learn and demonstrate and understand one-to-one correspondence. They learn simple patterns and recognize the patterns. Now they learn to retell simple stories. They understand to use new words in their day-to-day conversation. So their language is also improving. Now when we move to scientific thinking, here children demonstrate more curiosity by asking a lot of questions. They recognize and explore the familiar objects around them. They use senses to observe and examine the environment around them as well. When we move to the social and emotional skill, children learn to socialize and play together with their peer constructively. They learn to share, they learn to cooperate in the space that is allotted to them in their classrooms. When we move to the Euro Senior, this is one step ahead now. They are motivated to serve and be aware of the environment around them. They promote language development. They are more confident now here at the Euro Junior class. This is more formal learning where children learn some more colors at the Euro Junior. They're introduced to colors like brown, gold, and silver, apart from what is taught at the playgroup and nursery. In shapes, children learn crescent, they learn heart, diamond. How many shapes does a diamond, how many sides does a diamond have? How many corners does it have? They learn about hexagon, octagon. When we move to language and literacy, children are learning the pre-writing skill. They learn patterns. So we start off with the standing and sleeping line because it's easy for them. So first they introduce to LTI, HEF, and then we move to curved patterns. So in Euro Junior, they learn the uppercase and the lowercase alphabets with the phonic sounds and associating it with objects. Children learn the Hindi, which is our Swar CK, and they learn mathematics, which is numbers from 1 to 20. Counting the objects, they learn 1 to 20 by learning what is tens and what is ones. They learn concepts like more and less in math, what is heavy, what is light. They learn measurements. They also learn directions. Additional concepts are introduced more at the Euro Junior class, wherein they learn concepts like hard, soft, fast and slow, tall, short, full, empty. They learn what is behind, what is in front, what is in between, what are the opposite words. When it comes to scientific thinking, children are learning about plants, they're learning about animals and their habitats, they learn about food and nutrition, what is the food they need to eat to grow. They learn about the nutritious food. They learn about manners and etiquettes. They learn neighborhood, communication and technology, water and air, light and sound. So this is the program coverage for the Euro Junior class. When it comes to the learning outcome for math and language at the Euro Junior, children connect numerals with their quantities. They understand the importance of counting in a sequence. They can count and compare the objects in terms of the quantities. They can display spatial awareness in the environment. They associate letters with their formation. They pay more attention to question and answer them appropriately now at the Euro Junior class. When it comes to scientific thinking, they are able to think more logically now. They come out with solutions. If a problem is given, they know how to solve it and they come back to you. They ask a lot of questions. They share information within a group now. And in social and emotional skills, they work together in peers to achieve a common goal. They make positive social connection and they are able to re-narrate a story which is told to them. Now, when we move into the Euro Senior class, here more emphasis is laid on building vocabulary and applying the concepts that they have learned in Euro Junior. So here children learn to read and write using their learning methods and tools design. So the complex subjects like math are taught using child-centric approach, considering each child's individual capacities. So in the Euro Senior class, children are able to learn numbers 1 to 200 now because children have learned the concept of tens and ones at the Euro Junior, and now they're able to jump to 200. They are learning number names, they are learning number operations, also place value and measurements. In Hindi, children learn Vyanjans and Akshar, and in language and literacy, children learn the beginning, middle, and end sounds of the words. They learn high frequency words, they learn family words, they learn different phrases and sentences, questions. When it comes to scientific thinking, they are learning about my body and its system. They learn about the nervous system. They learn what are the feelings and emotions. They learn about tools around us. They learn life cycle changes. They learn about landforms and pollutions. What is water pollution? What is soil pollution? They learn about the seasonal changes. What is day and night? They learn about outer space, which is the solar system. So this is the program coverage, what our children would learn at the Euro Senior class. When it comes to the learning outcomes at the Euro Senior for the math and language, children understand and write numerals with respect to the values because they are learning numbers from 1 to 200. They're able to measure and compare with non-standard objects. They're able to understand word families. What are the family words? The simple patterns. What are the rhyming words? They're able to comprehend and compare information during a communication that they have with their peers. When it comes to scientific thinking, they are able to predict what is going to happen. They will able to explain, generalize based on their experiences. They show more curiosity. They represent information and they observe and give us answers by logically reasoning out. In social and emotional skills, they participate cooperatively now in groups within their class. They're able to re-narrate stories with the characters in detail now at the Euro Senior.
After we understood the curriculum and the learning outcomes program wise, let's understand how the child's day is planned at EuroKids. At EuroKids, we make sure that every moment that the child spends at school is very well planned constructively, so that the child gets maximum benefit of every activity, and it starts with putting the child into routine. For the children, routine matters a lot. Every day at EuroKids for every program starts with a welcome time. Every day, the teachers have different objects which they use to welcome the children. It helps the children to start the day on a positive note. The objects that the teachers use to welcome the children might be related to the activity of that particular day or the previous day, which in a way becomes a repetitive action or activity that the children look forward to when they start coming to school on a regular basis. After the welcome time, we arrange an activity called Learning Corners. Every day when the child comes to school, the child needs to adjust to the difference of environment at home and at school. Learning Corners is a wonderful activity that helps the child settle in the school the first thing in the morning before the child starts with the activities of the day. In the Learning Corner activities, the child gets an opportunity to explore 4 different corners, which are based on 4 different skills that the child can develop while exploring the corners. When the child comes to school, the child has a freedom to select the first corner and explore the resources kept in that corner, interact with the friends, share the resources with the friends, and then after some time, with the prompts of the teachers, the child moves to the next corner. The child goes on exploring all the 4 corners and interact with different children to start a day with. When the child starts the day with such kind of activity, child is then completely engaged in the activities that are to be followed after the learning corner. Once the learning corners activity is done, the child sings a beautiful song for cleaning. Child gets into the habit of understanding to keeping every toy or every resources in its place so that the child gets maximum area to utilize. Child gets into the habit of keeping the things in place, keeping the things neat and tidy through the small little songs with the help of the teacher. Then we have attendance time. Attendance time is an important activity which first of all helps the child understand the formal name that the teacher will be calling the child by. I'm very sure you all have pet names for your child, but when the child comes to school, child needs to get used to the name that you have registered at school. Child starts understanding when my name is called, it is my turn to respond. Child starts understanding, I need to wait for my name to be called, and then when somebody else's name is called, I'm paying attention to what my friends are answering. Child also learns to wait for his or her turn, understand the names of the friends, and start taking responsibility when the child's name is taken and the activity is assigned to the child. During the attendance time at EuroKids, every day the child is asked different questions which makes the child think and then answer to mark the attendance. Then we have activities like scientific thinking, where the child explores the immediate environment, Child explores and learns by using different educational toys. Child is taken to different areas that are related to the topics. Child uses different flashcards. Child listens to the stories related to the scientific thinking activity, and through this, the child learns different topics every month. Then we have a snack time. Snack time is a wonderful time that the children and the teachers spend together. Each school has a schedule that is provided to the parents with options that can be given to you for sending a particular snack to the child with the child to the school. Our teachers also carry a small snack box with them, which helps the children understand how to lay the napkin, how to open the tiffin box when the teachers are eating with the children, how to take small morsels, how to chew. During the snack time, the teachers utilize this time very constructively, talking about the food that the child must have carried to school, the texture of food, the touch and feel of food, how the food looks, the smell, taste that the food has, enjoying that food, chewing that food, making sure that the child is eating everything. When the child enjoys that food and the snack time using multi-sensory experiences, the snack that the child eats benefits the child more. The teachers help the children in eating food that is packed in the box. Then we have activities like music and moment, or circle time, or word of the week, or readiness activities. All these activities help the children develop social emotional skills, communication, getting ready when it comes to language readiness, math readiness. Then we have activities like mathematics and language and literacy. After this, we have mindful practices or peer interaction, reading time or story time, followed by EuroFit, Euro music, outdoor play, and yoga kits. And then we have reflection time. Reflection time is a beautiful time where the children reflect on the entire day's activity. They tell the teachers which was their favorite activity, what is that they liked about the activity, how do they feel when it is now time for them to go home. This is also the time where the teachers are now preparing the children to go home. The way you need to prepare the children in the morning to come to school, the teachers also need to prepare the children to go home, and then they talk about what to expect when they are going back home. If the child is taking a transportation facility, how to behave on the van. If the parent is coming to pick up the child, then who is going to come and pick up the child? What should the child do after going back home? What is that the child's routine should be like? You go home, you change your clothes, you wash your hands, you eat your food, you take a small nap, you complete your home connect activity, you go to play, and then I'll see you the next day morning. When the children are prepared this way mentally to shift from the atmosphere at school and go to the home environment, children are easily able to adapt to the changes from school to home and home to school. So parents, for all the 4 programs from playgroup to Euro Senior, this is how our routine looks like. Now let's understand how much time the child spends on different activities. Our playgroup and nursery children spend 3 hours in school, starting from welcome time to reflection time. And our Euro Junior and Euro Senior children spend 4 hours. This is how the day is planned. This is how the day is scheduled. Now, when we plan the schedule, we also keep the smallest details in mind. We put the children in routine. Many of you have asked the question, do you have toilet training as a part of the routine of the children? More than the training, it is putting the children into the routine. So as soon as the children enter the school, after the welcome time and learning corners, the children are sent to wash their hands, use washroom, come back, continue with the activity. Before the snack time, again the children are sent to wash their hands and use the washroom. Before they leave the school, again the children are sent to the washroom and wash their hands. This is how the smallest details of the child's routine are kept in mind when the child's day is planned at EuroKids. Now, we understand that not every child is an early riser. There are children who need to complete their sleep, specifically the playgroup and nursery children. If they are taking their time to wake up as per their comfort, and when they are sent to the school, they are more receptive. Our schools run multiple batches. The school that you have taken admission in, or you're looking for taking an admission, see the available batches that are provided at particular school and select the batch that is most suitable for your child's current routine. Many schools offer multiple batches starting early morning at 8:30, mid-morning batch at 12 o'clock, and evening batch. For Euro Junior and Euro Senior, many schools offer the first and the second batch. See what is most convenient for your child and see the batch timings available at a particular school, and then you can select the batch which is most suitable for your child's sleep pattern and routine. We very strongly believe in having various events and celebrations which help the children understand different cultures, different festivals. We also have a lot of activities where we involve the parents, because parents involved in child's education journey is very crucial. We plan a lot of activities like Mother's Day, Father's Day, Grandparents' Day, festivals of different religions, gallery walks, knowledge fair, Dan Utsav, where the children understand their importance of social services and the role in the social development. Health is Wealth Day, Annual Day, and Graduation Day. Health is Wealth Day and Annual Day are our grand celebrations where the child will be participating in sports day and child will be performing in front of the parents. You can see how the child's talent is being nurtured. We have exciting programs to help the children develop socially, emotionally. Time for reading is an activity where the child starts learning and developing habit of reading right from very young age. It starts with simple picture reading to matching the pictures, to matching the letters to pictures, then matching small little words and developing that print awareness. We have peer interaction activities where the children are divided into sometimes pair, sometimes into a small group of 3 to 4 children, sometimes 5 to 6 children are put together, sometimes the entire fun room children are coming together and doing these activities. Peer interaction is a wonderful activity where the children explore their friendship, they talk to each other, they participate in activities together, they learn sharing, they learn caring, they learn working in small groups, working together. Now, when it comes to developing responsible citizens, it is also important for all of us to keep in mind the sustainable development goals. We have 6 sustainable development goals, which are very much suitable for our preschoolers. So when your child comes home and starts talking about pollution-free environment or noise pollution or reducing the pollution or taking care of self or having equality, don't be surprised because this is very much a part of our routine and daily activities. Parents, we all know that we are all very concerned about our child's safety. Is it possible for all of us to be with our child 24/7? When we start talking to the child at very young age about being safe, the children do understand what do we mean by this. We have activities called Be Safe, where small little topics like how to be as safe at home, how to avoid touching sharp objects, or how to be safe when there are strangers around, good touch, bad touch, and various such topics are spoken to the children in a very simple manner through stories, through activities, through songs, and through rhymes, which help the children understand what is safe for them and what is not safe for them. I'm very sure if you have already taken an admission, you must have already received your happiness kit. It is a Pandora box that has a lot of different components and elements that are very fascinating for the children and the parents. We have a welcome kit where we have beautiful 30 plus engaging components that are used at school, and some of them are also sent home for you to use at home. The happiness kit also has a readiness kit, which is used to help the children develop writing readiness skills. There are takeaway that the child would work at school and carry that takeaway home, which can then help the child reinforce the activities when the child is talking about that takeaway to you. We have 4 theme kits that are provided to you during the 4 parents teachers meeting. These theme kits are associated with the theme that the school would have completed. The kit has activity, the instruction card that you can use and spend time with the child while working on the activities. The kit also has a book which is age appropriate, which is developed and designed in-house by our academic team, which can be used by you and the child in reading on the stories about the theme that we would have covered. And then we have takeaway at home, something for you and the child to get engaged in and in completing the activity. These are the welcome kit essentials, the books. There are some books that you must have already started receiving home if you have already taken an admission as Home Connect. And as soon as the theme gets over, the school will send that book home. Achievement cards, medals, certificates, as and when the child completes the particular activities and the particular time span, the child will start receiving this. Honor badges is great essential, which helps the child develop certain traits. Child already showcases some positive traits and the child is appreciated by giving the badge. And there will be some positive traits that the child will develop over a period of time. We strongly believe in positive reinforcement when it comes to developing traits. So when we have the positive reinforcement, the child surely will develop these positive traits. Each child gets 8 different badges based on the traits that the child is showcasing or child needs to develop over a period of this academic year. If your child is in playgroup or nursery, the child will receive 3 t-shirts and colorful bags. If your child is in Euro Junior and Euro Senior, the child receives hoodie with the bag. We have a portfolio which gives us understanding how the child's thoughts have evolved over a period of 1 year. You know, the meaning of the curriculum is beautiful thinking. The curriculum promotes thinking when it comes to being a part of the activities, being the part of interaction with the teachers, interaction with the children. Children think a lot. They may not be able to express it in words, and that's where the portfolio comes in picture. Based on the child's learning and the activity, the child is given an opportunity to free expression using colors, using paints, using the creative resources. When the children are working on these portfolio activities, they do not sit quietly. They are working on the activities and they're expressing their thought. They're talking about it. They're talking to themselves. They're talking to their friends, and our teachers grasp what the children are talking. And then they write the child's thoughts when the child was working on this activity. When you visit the school next for the first PTM, you definitely will get to see the portfolio and you will get to see how your child was thinking when the child took an admission to the school, and over a period of time, how the child's thinking is evolved. And then we have our vocabulary kit, word of the week. Every week, the child will be learning a new word. The playgroup children get a sticker, the nursery children and Euro Junior children get a card related to the word, the Euro Senior children get a pencil related to the word, which again helps the children reinforce that word. Children experience that word through different activities, through different objects, real-time objects. Teachers explain the meaning of the words to the children. They use the words in the sentences. The children start learning to make sentences using those words, and throughout the week, children keep on revising these words, which help the children develop vocabulary, which helps in the more the words the child knows, the more the easier it will be for the child to read more and more books. And the more and more child reads, the more the vocabulary children would have. This is the intention of me having the vocabulary kit or wow words. These are the components of readiness kit. As I said, the readiness kit helps in pre-writing skill development. This is a wonderful kit that is sent home so that the child can use this kit at home and develop the pre-writing skills. These are the theme kits having various activities which the child can enjoy with you at home after the theme is completed, and the books, story books that are related to the theme. Parents, your participation is at most important. Parents and the school together can help the child achieve 360-degree development. We have various programs to involve you, get you involved in the child's development when we are planning these activities. Parent orientation program that you are attending today, parent and teachers meeting. There are minimum 4 parents teachers meeting that are planned throughout the year. Parent induction session where you will understand how the child's next academic year is lined up. Daily update through HomeBuddy app. Special workshops, need-based workshop that the school arrange, and then events and celebration. Parents, every time there is an event or celebration or workshop that is planned for you, we suggest please be a part of it. You being a part of it helps us understand the children better and help them grow better. We have these activities, theme kit, word of the week, takeaway, and HomeBuddy app to engage you with the child's learning journey. When the child is coming to school, the school readiness is at most important. And the school readiness starts with parents. We being mentally and emotionally ready to send the child to school and accept a few facts is very crucial. Settling time is difficult for everybody. As parents, you must be anxious. We unknowingly pass on that anxiety to the children as well. Children are going to cry when they are separated from you, but trust me, they settle very quickly if we are calm and if we are keeping our anxiety in check. These are some tools to keep our anxiety in check. Talk positively in front of the child. Take the child to the preschool before the child starts attending the school. Set the routine. If the child is not an early riser, start waking the child a little early. Talk to the child. Prepare the child to come to school. Have a role play activities planned. If you are anxious about it, please reach out to the school team and then talk about your anxiety. The team at schools are well equipped to help you deal with your anxiety. Start putting the child into the routine of using the washroom on a regular basis. If your child is in playgroup or nursery for first few days till the child settles, you can put the child on diaper and gradually you can take the child off the diaper so that the child gets into the routine of using the washroom. You being aware of your child's routine and making smaller changes gradually is very important. Any change that is made to the child's routine suddenly may not go well. Start a day early, engage the child really well. So many a times what happens, the child sleeps late in the afternoon, then the child sleeps late at night and child finds it difficult to get up early in the morning. Child's routine needs to be changed over a period of time so that the child gradually gets adjusted to the routine. Do not use teachers as a tool to get something done from the child. Like if you don't do this, I'll tell your teacher. Use the school, the names of the teachers, the names of the friends for positive reinforcement. Your teacher must be waiting for you. Your friends must be waiting for you. Can you tell me the names of the friends? You can also ask the teacher to share the names of the friends that the child has in class. You can use these names and help the child get ready to come to school with a positive attitude. Be very well prepared. Everything that child carries to the school needs to be labeled, including the footwear to the child's water bottle, to the child's bag, to the bags, to the napkin. Anything that the child carries to school needs to be labeled. Packing the child's bag can be a wonderful activity at home. You can help the child in packing the bag so that the child is aware what has been kept in the bag. Make sure that when you're sending the child to school, everything is orderly, everything is neat, so that the child doesn't feel lost when the child comes to school. Children might have a lot to tell you when they come back home. Many times when the children come home, we may not be around, but when we come back home from our work, let's spend time with the children. They have a lot that they need to talk. Bonding with the children is a wonderful activity. It starts with we listening to the children. Many times we feel that our child is not able to tell us something. You can start by sharing your routine with the child, how your day was, what did you do when the child was away, how did you miss the child? And when you take this initiative, you will realize that the child also starts talking and sharing quite a lot of things with you. At school, discipline is very important. Children are very young. We make sure that we use a lot of songs, a lot of stories, a lot of routine to help the children be disciplined. Always we believe in positive reinforcement. If we see anything that needs to be addressed, then there comes a story, there comes a song, there comes a rhyme, and gradually the children understand being disciplined. But discipline is for us also. Parents, every day when you come to pick up the child, even if you are the same person who comes to pick up the child on a routine daily basis, please make sure that you carry your ID card. On any particular day, if you are not able to go and pick up your child from school and somebody else need to pick up the child, you need to put that request in HomeBuddy app. HomeBuddy app will allow you to also share the picture of the person and details of the person like name and phone number. You need to call the school and keep the school informed about the new person who's coming to pick up the child, and the person must carry the ID card. Children feel very insecure if you're not reaching on time to pick up the child. See, reaching the school on time is very important for the child. As I said, the child otherwise will miss the welcome time and learning corner. But it is also equally important for you to reach the school to pick up the child if your child is a walker. If your child is using a transportation facility, then you need to be present at the bus stop. The child feels very insecure when the child sees other children leaving the school with the parents and the child's parents not being present at the gate. There are a lot of activities, events, celebrations, and importantly, parents-teachers meeting planned. Make sure that you do not miss these activities, because these activities and parents-teachers meeting will give you a lot of inputs about your child's progress. This is also an opportunity for you to get connected with the school and ask all the questions that you might have related to your child's progress. So parents, we look forward to having an exciting, fun-filled academic year and academic journey with